When somebody violates you, disrespects you, betrays you, or cheats on you, and you give them another chance, all you're doing is giving them another chance to do it again. When somebody shows you who they are, you believe it. When somebody shows you who they are, you better believe it. Actions speak louder than words. If they disrespected you, if they violated you, if they betrayed you, if they cheated on you, okay, if they did any of the things that you do not deem acceptable for whatever situation y'all have, their actions told it all. Stop listening to their words. See, listen, I get it, right? You want to believe that they made a mistake. You want to believe that they made a bad decision, in which they probably did. But it was a bad decision for what y'all have, but it was a great decision for what they wanted to do. Understand, people do what they want to do. They just didn't want you to find out. But see, here's the thing. A lot of us get so caught up in wanting to believe that the person that we're with, the person that we're dealing with, the person that we're in a relationship with, the person that we're in a marriage with wouldn't do that to us. We want to believe that they're this person that we have created in our mind, but they're really not. They're human. They're flawed. They're going to do what they want to do. They did what they wanted to do for their own reason, for their own purpose. They didn't want you to find out. That's why they lied to you. That's why they deceived you. That's why they did that. They didn't want you to find out about what they were doing. But you got to get it in your mind that they knew what they were doing and they wanted to do it. They wanted to do it. See, so here's what happened. We get in a situation where we find out what happened. We sit down, we come to the table and blah, 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 and all of that stuff, right? Processing our emotions and going through whatever it is we're going through. And you get to a point where you say, okay, you know what? I'm convinced. I'm convinced that this person made a bad decision, but they're going to do better moving forward. They convinced you of that. Or maybe you convinced yourself of that because you can't believe that the person that you're looking at now is the same person that you looked at before. You can't even believe that they're the same person. Your mind hasn't processed it. So even though they did what they did, you're still thinking that they're not this person now, that they were the person in the beginning. Your mind cannot process that this is not the same person. Why? Because they look the same. They smell the same. They talk the same. They move the same. Everything about them is the same. So you cannot get the understanding. You cannot grasp the concept that person from the beginning is not this same person right now. So what happens is, in your mind, you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to give my husband another chance. I'm going to give my wife another chance. I'm going to give my girlfriend another chance. I'm going to give my friend another chance. Whoever it is, you're going to give them another chance. So when you communicate that, what you're saying in your mind is, hey, you know what? We're going to get through this. I'm going to give you another chance to get this right. I'm going to give you another chance to do right. I'm going to give you another chance to do better. In their mind, right? Because in your mind, you're still talking to that first person. You're still talking to the original person. You're talking to the person who you thought they were. When you're saying these things, you're talking to the person that you thought they were, but you're not really understanding because you can't see that they're not even the same person that you thought they were. They're this new person, but they look exactly the same. And you can't understand that. Your mind doesn't grasp that because your mind sees, hears, smells the exact same person. So in your mind, when you're giving them another chance, you're wanting them to be back that person that you thought they were, but they're not that person. So what you're saying to this new person is, hey, you accept me for who I am. You accept me. This is what you're saying. This is what the new version of that old person. You understand what I'm saying? This is what they're hearing. They're hearing that you accept what it is that they did. You accept it, but you're willing to give them another chance to do it again. That's what you're saying when you give somebody another chance. You're not, in your mind, you're giving them a chance to do right. But now that you know who this person really is, you should understand. They've shown you who they are, and they're not who you originally thought they were. They're the new person, and you just have to grasp that in your mind. But you can't, because you're looking at the same person from before. They're not the same. You have to look past the outside and look directly to the inside. It's not the same person. So when you're giving this new person, another chance, you're giving them another chance to do what it is that they know how to do. You think you're giving them another chance to get the relationship right. In their mind, what they're hearing is that you're giving them another chance to show you who they are. That's all you're doing. When somebody violates you, disrespects you, betrays you, or cheats on you, and you give them another chance, all you're doing is giving them another chance to do it again. They've already done it. And you're giving them the opportunity to do it again. So let me tell you something. If the behavior that they gave you is unacceptable, if the behavior that you gave them is below the standard, it crossed the boundary, or it's not behavior that you're willing to put up with continuously from this point forward, then you do not give them a second chance. You cannot give someone a second chance who violates you. They are going to violate you again based off the fact that you gave them the second chance. When you give them a second chance, that creates the new standard. It creates the new standard. So now the new standard is whatever violation that they gave you, that's an acceptable standard because you accepted it, because you're giving them another chance. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? When they listen, if the new behavior is not acceptable, then don't move forward. You have to let it go. Walk away, because you're only going to get it again. Now, if this new behavior is acceptable and this new behavior is behavior that you can deal with, then you might as well just keep rocking. Second chances don't mean nothing. It's only a continuation. There's no such thing as a second chance. That second chance is simply a continuation. The person you thought they were in the beginning has slowly eroded, has slowly slipped away, and the person who they really are, or who they really have become, however you want to look at it, is now present. They will never go back to being the person that they were. You cannot unsee what you have seen. They cannot undo what they've already done. You're creating a new standard when you accept unacceptable behavior. When you lower your standard, you're creating a new standard. When you give someone another chance, you're simply letting them know, I accept this behavior and I'm willing to continue. They can't undo what they've done. The only thing you can do to get rid of that is to walk away. As long as that relationship keeps going, that violation is there. It's not going anywhere. See, your relationship could start up here, right? And then slowly over time, boom, boom, boom. It just keeps, every time something happens, it just gets lower and lower. It just keeps dropping down. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It keeps going lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. As long as you keep, at some point you got to cut it off and say, okay, it's over. It's not going to start up here, go down here, and then go back up here. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Especially in their mind. See, in your mind, look, you give them another chance, and you give them another chance, and so far everything is going good, and then you start going, and then you know what I'm saying? You like, yeah, I gave them, yeah, everything going good, and boom. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? But see, we don't really understand this until it happens, because we all think we different. Nah, not in my case. My case is different. Oh, not in my situation. My situation is different. She told me this, and you know what I'm saying, so we good. Or the ladies, y'all be like, well, he told me this and he told me that, and this is how it's gonna be, and I got access to all his stuff and all. Listen, people are who they are. That's just it. They gonna be who they gonna be. They can't help it. You cannot love somebody into doing the right thing. They're going to do what they're going to do. Let me say that again. You cannot love somebody into doing the right thing. They are going to do what they're going to do. Does it mean that they don't love you? That depends. That just depends on how you look at love and, what people do and the connection between love and how people act and all of that. You know what I mean? That all depends. But you can't change who somebody is. They are who they are. And you have to understand that. And it's hurtful. Listen, if you are going to give somebody another chance, please lower the expectation. That's the only advice that I can give you. Because look, at the end of the day, we're going to do what we're going to do, right? A lot of us are stuck. A lot of us are emotionally attached. A lot of us are in love and all this kind of stuff, right? I get it. Been there, done that. So if that's how you're feeling and you're watching this and you're still in a situation like, I don't know which way it's going to go. It could be this or it could be that. I get it. You're stuck. You don't want to make a decision, you know what I'm saying, and walk away where, hey, it could have possibly changed and then been the best relationship ever. It could have changed and been the best marriage from that point on ever. Happily ever after, right? That's what everybody's chasing. Till death do us part. Happily ever after, right? Okay, so you may say, well, you know what? I'm going to take that chance. No problem. A lot of people took that chance. A lot of people took that chance. But what I'm telling you is lower your expectation. If you are going to take that chance, lower the expectation. Don't get it twisted. I'm not telling you to take the chance. That's not what I'm saying. You have to do what you have to do based on you. I'm not telling you what to do. I don't know your situation. I don't know nothing about your situation, okay? Only you know. But you got to come together and process all of these different things. I'm promising you right now. I'm telling you right now. If you give somebody a second chance, better lower the expectation that you have that that person is not going to do what they did already. Lower your expectation. Lower your expectation. I'm telling you right now, if you are going to give somebody another chance, you better expect that they are going to do to you what they already did to you again. Protect yourself. Lower your expectation. Get ready so that when it happens this time, you can do what it is you got to do. I'm not telling you give them another chance. I'm just telling you to expect them to do what they've already shown you they can do. And I promise you, it's much easier for them to do it the second go round. It's so much easier for them to do it the second go round than it was the first. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good.